Have we got something special and weird for you? This is Going Well, I think, with David Cooper, and I'm David Cooper. This is the only show where no one's listening. No one cares. The show where every episode's the last episode. Today, another installment of our game, What's Weird About You? The game is simple. My co-host, Tony 5, knows something weird about a person who's going to join us, and I have to guess what that weird thing is. And today's guest, very esteemed. He was a caller, a very regular, a very irregular caller of the overnight radio show I used to do. He was a fan. Well, he was a fan something. I don't know if it's favorite, least favorite, but anyone who listened to the call-in section of my former show knew him as Mike in Windsor. God, he used to call in and do these terrible impressions, these terrible characters, perhaps the most infamous of which was Toda, which was just bad Yoda. So let's find out what's weird about Mike in Windsor. All right, are you ready for him?
Oh my God, this is the guy that's called fucking Toda.
Mike in Windsor.
Are you recording this now?
I'm recording, yeah.
Fuck me. Just before we bring him in, David, anybody who's listening, fucking prepare for yourself. If you have to go to the toilet, hit pause, go to the toilet and then come back. Otherwise, you're liable to shit yourself. Go ahead, David.
Hey, Mike. Mike, can you hear us?
Hey, David.
Mike from Windsor, the man, the myth, the legend. I never thought I would hear your voice again.
No, I know, and I miss you guys. I mean, look at us. The Three Stooges are back together again.
The band's back together, Mike.
Yeah, well, there is a fourth stooge who wants to say hi. He's right here next to me.
Is he there? Wait, please. Before you go and get the stooge, I must say, it's bringing a slight tear to my eye. I don't know whether it's that or leprosy, but to be honest with you, I have missed you, but I have missed this person coming along way more. David, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I was born ready.
I know you're looking forward to him. He's sitting right next to me. Here he is. Speak to you. Honored I am.
Oh, it's not. It's only fucking Toda.
Yeah. That's it. I wanted to, before I go further, we'll touch on the character of Toda a little bit later, but I just wanted to give some acknowledgments, and your producer doesn't want to have me acknowledge her, but I will anyway, against her will. But first, I wanted to thank Mr. T, Tony Tedesco, producer, because I called in to the Jim Richards show a few months ago, and after the screening was done, he said, "Oh, by the way, have you listened to David Cooper's podcast?" And I'm like, "No." He said, "Well, he and Tony 5 were on talking about you." So that got the wheels turning for me and the gears grinding as they are now. And I said, I got to be on this podcast. I got to talk to these guys. And then, Danny, got it all set up. And the funny thing was, being Nostradamus, I didn't check my emails for like 6 weeks, and then I'm like, "Who's Danny? Who's Danny?" I didn't know she had switched to her.
I'm getting acid flashbacks, Mike. You're taking over the show just like you used to.
It's like Nom. I can feel it.
Yeah. You know what? I actually made a run sheet. So
I'm downstairs in my mum's basement. It's 5 a.m. I can feel the flashbacks now.
Yeah.
Mike, you were perhaps the caller we were most worried about. You used to call into that overnight show we did, and there were times where you weren't doing so hot, and there was times when you were doing very hot. You're not a one-trick pony, but how you been? How you been in the last year?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Actually, I retired just before your show retired. in October of no, whenever.
Were you involved with the tire trade? What did you used to do?
Well, I worked I worked for 43 years in total. I started with a paper route back in the late 70s. But, the last 28 plus years, I was working at Chrysler making minivans. So buy one.
Or not. Or I guess your pension, you probably want them to buy one. Otherwise, that pension's going to go to shit.
Oh, yeah. I took the grow-in buyout. I couldn't wait to leave. I was tired of getting injured and stuff like that. So, I got a lot of work injuries. So that's always fun. So it hurts a little less now, not doing the same thing for 450 times a day on the line. So
Jesus.
Wow.
You got to do your cycle every 42 seconds. So
good Lord.
People think it's a gravy job, but there's a reason why they pay you $37 an hour, because you're working your ass off while you're on there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
And what are you doing with your retirement? What, apart from wasting your time with us, what are you actually doing with your retirement?
Well, since this is not on the air, I will say absolutely fucking nothing. No.
You can finally swear, Mike. You can finally swear in a conversation with me.
Yes, I know, because this will never be OTA on the air. It'll never.
David, he knows all the phrases, David, all the phrases.
He pretty much should have hosted the overnight show that we used to do.
Absolutely.
Mike, what have you been listening to from the hours of midnight to stupid o'clock?
AM 800 in Windsor there brought back Coast to Coast AM. So if I wake up in the middle of the night or whatever, I put that on and listen to George Norrie there. So you've been replaced, David. I don't know what's going on.
The aliens are real and the COVID is not, according to George Norrie, but I like him.
Oh, he's the guy. There was another guy that did that, wasn't it? There was another guy, a famous guy. I can't remember his name, but he did something in the desert.
Art Bell started the show.
Art Bell,
and then George Norrie replaced him, yeah. And then I replaced George Norrie.
Art Bell passed away in the early 2000s, and then George Norrie took over, and he's expanded it with his Beyond, Beyond something.
Do they believe in the aliens and the things going up people's butts and stuff like that?
Yeah, the Queen Elizabeth's a lizard person, the whole thing. Yeah, all of it, yeah.
The lizard people. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and greasing my green skin. I am. Okay, Toda, get out of here. Go to the bedroom and grease that lightsaber. Okay. Anyway, he's gone now.
How much of your cue sheet have we gone through, Mike? Because I do want to get to the what's weird about you part.
No, I want to hear from ex-President Bump and Arnold. Those two were there. I remember.
Arnold and Fump or Bump or Fucked. I don't.
Yeah. I used to change the name. Actually, your producer told me, because I said I think Toda was a popular character. I think, and she said he was a fan favorite. So I was really happy to hear about that.
Singular intended there. Singular intended.
But there's been missteps. I mean, David, you were a stand-up comedian for a while there, and you know when you're good and then when you bomb. It happens.
It happens. You got to try things, though. Yeah.
Toda's premiere was the best. And I got to say, Tony 5, all I had for everybody that's going to listen to this podcast, all I had was, I look at the character and I think, okay, we got Yoda. And I'm doing a parody of it because I grew up with Mad Magazine in the 70s and 80s.
This is the mind of an artist, David. The mind of an artist.
Yeah. We're getting full insight here. I love it.
Yes. And Crack Magazine as well, because they were running parallel at the times during the 70s and 80s. And so I'm looking at the mind like the character of Yoda.
Of the hand up the puppet's ass?
Yes. He's hundreds of years old, so he's very wise. He's a Jedi master, right? Jedi Knight master, and he has that language problem, reverse syntax, which ended up being a subject of when he reappeared the second one.
Well, he had a disability, to be fair. He did get free parking, in all fairness to him.
Yeah, but I thought Yoda. Okay, I'm going to call him Toda, but he's kind of lonely. So for the first one, it was relationship I seek.
Oh yeah, and then we set you up with that insane caller in Montreal. What was her name again?
Yes,
Edna.
Edna.
Oh, I was getting to her because I have a secret about that. I'm getting to that. See, I've taken this over, David.
We don't have a commercial break with music to cut you off, so we gotta pace you along using other means. But go ahead, keep going.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so I thought, yeah, that's I'll tell you, Tony 5, it was fun bouncing off of you because when I first called in, all I had was, I figured, Toda's an honored, Jedi Master, Knight Master, whatever, and so that's when I came up with that. Speak to me or speak with me, honored you are. That's where I came up with that. And then I thought, what other line can I think of? And then I thought of the lightsaber lung I have, and Tony 5, you were on that right away. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. Everything else was ad lib.
So you end up calling many times, and at some point it was clear that Toda was lonely, so we set you up with another lonely caller, Edna.
Yes.
An equally insane person.
She was off her rocker. What secret do you have about that?
Well, first I remember, it seemed like first she shunned Toda, and then it was on.
Yep.
And then it was off again, and then it was on. So it was a bouncing romance.
It was.
And
except she didn't know you as Toda. She thought you were Torah, which is the Jewish scripture.
The Jewish Bible.
So she would start talking about the Jewish scripture, and you would be in the Star Trek voice, and we would just be there being like, what the fuck is going on?
It was very similar to the Ross and Rachel, will they, won't they?
Yeah, and I'm doing the Star Wars voice, but anyway, the secret that I have is I didn't understand a fucking word she was saying.
No one did.
Nobody, not even she did.
Because it was on the air, and I know you're on the clock and everything. I just ad-libbed it because I didn't want to interrupt her and say, "What did you say? What do you mean? Pardon me."
Even if you got her to repeat herself, it didn't add any additional clarity.
Yeah, I think it was Aerosmith. We were living on the edge now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were. So let's bring this back. Let's bring this back to why you're here, Mike. So I know the weird thing about you, and it's David's job, duty, profession to kind of try and work out what is weird about you. And I've got it in front of me. It's not super weird, but I will give you a clue. It's something Mike does with his wife. I don't know whether he manages to do it more than once a week, but I would.
Oh, don't give too much away because I want to play a game here. I have 4 clues to give to David so he can figure it out.
Oh, you have the clues.
All right, let's hear it involves your wife and it's not sex, I'm assuming. If it is sex, I'm a genius. But what are the 4 clues?
Okay, first clue, darkness.
Okay. Stargazing. Do you look at the stars at night?
Racist.
Second, whispering.
You whisper while stargazing.
Third, wife. You know that. Now, if you don't get it from that, then the next one's going to give it away.
Okay, darkness, you invite a black man to come have sex with your wife and you whisper in his ear while he's doing it and the lights are also off.
That's it. David, you have got it. Well done. Mike, I'm sorry now. Your time's run out.
I'm a genius.
No. Well, I have a one sister-in-law that does like black men. So, but anyway.
Tony, let's get Tony in there.
Could you get her to call in at some stage?
No, the last clue is big screen.
Oh, you watch movies with your wife? I don't know.
That's it.
That's it? You just go to the movies?
He almost got it, Tony.
I'm gonna pass out.
No, the thing is, I'm into movies and TV a lot, and I'm a videographer, actually, an amateur. But I critique movies when I'm with my wife on a date night. So,
Does she enjoy these critiques, or is she ready to kill you by the end of it?
yeah, no, she's ready to kill me at the moment I say something.
So you force your movie criticism on your wife, and she doesn't want it.
Yeah, I lean over and say to her, "Oh, that scene could have been shot better. Oh, that line sucks. The Titanic's going down." And she likes cruises, and I said, "So much for the cruise."
Okay, so you're an unwelcomed film critic. That's what's weird about you.
Yeah, I get a little too technical when I'm in a movie.
You basically annoy your wife while you watch movies. That's what's weird about you.
His weird thing is that he annoys his wife. That's the weird thing about Mike. He annoys his wife.
Shocker on that one.
David, you're 3 for 3 at the moment.
That's probably not that weird. I mean, I'm sure wives annoy husbands as well.
I mean, in comparison to someone who can't swim, that's pretty not weird. I mean, we have put a request out there for people who have got a weird hobby. Now, your definition of people that are weird, I was hoping for people, I don't know, that eat their own bogies or something. That's weird to me.
Oh, I do that. They're delicious. Salty. It's a good snack. It's good for your immune system.
Oh, does he mean boogers?
Yes.
Bogies? Is that what you call them in the UK? Bogies?
We call them bogies, yeah.
Bogies?
Yeah, what do you call them? Boogers?
Boogies. Boogers.
I didn't know we were going to Top Gun. A bogey is an enemy.
Yeah.
Enemy aircraft. Well, come on, what's going on?
I'm getting acid flashbacks to you being on the
Yeah,
show.
me too. It's Tom Bruce. I'm sure that's Tom Bruce, isn't it?
Mike, we only have time for one more of your 75 items on your cue sheet. What's next?
Oh, yeah, no, actually, we've gone through most of them.
We hit them all?
No, well, actually, I do have a couple of regrets. I remember one time I called in, and then while I was on hold, then I came on and said, I heard from the censors and the show's been canceled. And this was just a few weeks before the show was canceled. So
it's fine. It's fine. The show was canceled every night.
so I'm like, oh no, that's Nostradamus coming back.
No.
But the other one, my biggest regret, and this is redemption for me, it was the last show. I called in. It was like at the top of the show, and I forget who was it. Maybe Zach or
I think it was Zach was the board op at the time. Yeah.
Who was producing, and he said, "Oh, can you call back later, and then I can get you on?" I said, "Okay." I fell asleep.
Oh, you didn't get to call in on the last show?
No.
Oh, too bad. Well, you called in every other night, Mike, and we knew you were there. It's life.
Yeah, I was there. I was there in spirit, in my sleep, dreaming about you, David. So there you go.
It was what was sad, Mike, is what you didn't realize is after David did the first broadcast, he was sacked. So technically, we were just working on notice.
At the end of every show, the show was canceled, only to be not. This podcast is canceled after every show, and I'm the one who creates it.
Yeah. Oh, how about a little Trump there? Or Donald Dump.
Let's send us away with Donald Dump.
Yeah, I'm running in 2027, and I plan on winning. It's going to be fantastic. And then of course we got Arnold. Darnold. I think it was Darnold.
Harnold, I thought. Harnold with an H.
Arnold.
Harnold something a nigger. I kept changing the names and I couldn't remember. We gotta get to the chopper.
Tony's dying.
Of course, Hill Shinton. Well, I guess we could say Hill Shitting.
I'm gonna need my inhaler.
I did not have sex with that woman. Oh wait, I had sex with girls with Epstein.
Oh, topical.
Hashtag free Jeffrey Epstein.
Hashtag free him.
So that's the thing too, other than Mad Magazine, I grew up watching Johnny Carson and
Jeffrey Epstein and
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Jared from Subway.
Bob Guccione, Hugh Hefner, and Jimmy Fallon, and I got into there's like basically two types of humor. There's situational and there's topical.
And then there's whatever this is.
And the third type.
I've been honing my skills, so
we can see that.
And I'm on a skillless podcast here, so I don't know what's going on.
Mike, we got to leave it at that. We've missed you. It's so nice to reconnect with you. We hope we'll have you on the show with a shorter interval than the last time we spoke, but not too short.
Mike, it's been amazing. I'm going to take maybe 6 months of therapy, and then as soon as that's finished, we shall meet again, because this has been way too long. I mean, I'm doing voluntary PTSD for this. This is fantastic. I love it. Can't get enough of it.
Mike, it was a great pleasure, and what's weird about you is that you annoy your wife.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was just going to say it's fantastic to talk to you guys again. And, actually, I hate it that I had a sore throat a couple months ago, and it kind of damaged my vocal cord range. If you might have noticed, Toda sounded a little bit different.
Yep, we noticed it.
I can't wait to get the letters from listeners saying Toda wasn't what I hoped he'd be.
He wasn't 100%.
I think it's going to be in the thousands of letters. Mike, thank you. Take care of yourself, brother. Keep your head up and enjoy retirement.
Big disappointment I am.
Mike, just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. This is the award-winning one, David.
All right, Mike. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Mike. Take care.
Okay.
And we've lost Mike. So, David, just to let you know, every time you ask me, Tony, do you know any of these great episodes we can send to producers, we can send to Sirius, we can send, and you always say to me, Tony, can't you remember? This is one of them.
This is it. Yeah, no.
I want you to bookmark this bitch, as they say in the industry, and send it to everybody that could pay us for this.
For those who made it this far, and I don't think it's anyone, what Tony's referring to is when people ask for a demo of the show as we try to find work, he's saying this is the episode that will be on the top of the stack for our demo, for our sizzle reel, whatever it is.
What people don't know is Mike was a regular listener and contributor to a show at Stupid O'Clock at night for you guys and Stupid O'Clock in the morning for me. He would come in with various impersonations. He would call constantly, Mike, and these various impressions went on, and we knew about him, we knew about his family.
And he once confessed to having a crush on his young pregnant niece.
Now, I was circling that, but I didn't want to say anything, David, and you dropped it in. I was waiting for you to either do the head cut off, saying, no, don't talk about it, or let's talk.
No, it was wild. He just confessed to having a thing for his fucking niece on the air. And we're just sitting there being like, what the fuck is happening right now?
In the middle of a conversation, he said that he fancied his niece, which was absolutely superb. It was, and I wanted to ask him about that now, and I thought, no, that's just too much PTSD for one episode.
I had to get rid of him. I remember the commercial break would always be a natural cutoff point, so we'd wait to let him on until there was like 3 minutes left, because I forgot though, but we did that because he does this. He just keeps going and going. And then when you say something to him, he just goes, yeah, and then just says what he wants to say. He doesn't respond to what you said. And the commercial break was always such a natural point where we could boot him, but I had to boot him of this show.
This little clock, the 3-minute clock that would count down, and you'd point at it and I'd be looking at it. Oh, bless Mike. Bless Mike and all who sails in him. What an amazing fella. What an amazing fella.
Well, what's weird about him is that he's fucking annoying.
What's weird about him is that he calls and listens to this show, and he is supportive of us and all we endeavor.
Yeah, he's great.
He was fantastic.
I feel like you're right. We're being a little mean, but I actually love him, and we appreciated his support every night and appreciate him coming on the show like this.
You're so fucking mean. He was great. I want to get him back again. I might go around his house later for some tea or something. I could just imagine just having the best time with him and his wife. I would even watch a movie with him and let him critique it in front of me. I don't think that's weird at all.
I think he's on thin ice with his wife. I think if we showed up at his house and started annoying his wife with him, she would just leave him. That'd be it.
And if his niece was there, then it's all fucked up. It's all kind of messed up.
All right, Tony. Thanks for doing this, as always.
This was epic, David. I mean, yeah, I'm going to give up my day job for this. So, yeah. All right. Have a good one, my friend.
Thanks. Take care.
Later.